why I see you in third place. I get the third user. Remember this well, there's only one block there.
Okay. Hi, Mia. Funny seeing you here, sweetie. I hope everything's set up okay. I think it looks okay up here. Yeah? Okay. So that's there. I can see that a bit, and I can say hi here. So I'm covering up the character that is on the other page just so that I follow the FTC guidelines. I mean, I'm using color, but what do you do? Can't please everybody as much as you try. So I figured to be safe for now, this is probably the safest thing to work on. Just, you know, just with everything that's going on. The stupid, crazy rules are going to destroy YouTube, and hopefully somebody's working on whatever the next YouTube is going to be, because people are going to need that. They're going to need somewhere to go. And like with this, I've told my doctor how much, you know, live streaming, and not even me live streaming, but other people. Thanks, Mia. Thank God no one else is here. I don't have to tell them what a dork I am. I don't mind. I can be a dork and still be okay. But yeah, so yeah, with all the rules, it's just, you know, easier to try to comply as best as we can. I can't stop using colors, but, you know, I can stop showing characters. That is something I can do, and so I'm going to try. Corn pie. It does exist. When we were talking about it, Mia, I was in the car. We were driving Kyrie to band, and I actually like looked up corn pie, and I like we have Android phones, and we just got a new update the other day, and there's this like new Hello Google thing. And so I'm in the car, and I'm like, Hello Google. And of course, it sets my phone off, but it sets Kyrie's off too. And I'm like, what's corn pie? And apparently there's a sweet and a savory corn pie. There are corn pies, and they're from like Trinidad, apparently. So, which is really interesting. I'm actually glad I know that. I like learning things, but yeah, me and my the weirdest part was, like, I was sitting here the last time I was talking, and I go suddenly quiet, and I just had this whole sense of deja vu, like I've had this conversation before with, you know, maybe with Darren, I don't know, I just knew I'd had it. And so I asked Darren about it, and I'm like, have I ever talked to you about corn pie? He goes, what the hell is corn pie? And I'm like, really? I understand. And he has no clue what I'm talking about. So I've never talked to him about it either. So I have no idea where it came from. None whatsoever. Like, I don't know what I would have been watching that, you know, would have put that in my head and like made me talk about corn pies. I must have seen it somewhere. I just cannot figure out for the life of me where I would have seen it. Because, you know, I'm trying to watch all, like, think of all the videos I watch, and, like, I'm sure that, you know, in all the videos, like the coloring videos, that we've never had a conversation about corn pie. But I swear to God, in my memory somewhere, there is a conversation about corn pie, and it is interesting. And I know a lot more about it in my head, apparently. I know, Mia, it's all in my head. This is how crazy I am. I have random things go through my head that I think I talk about. which I really apparently don't. So there is that. Yes, I am crazy, absolutely crazy. And I'm okay with that. So, yep. And so we took Kyrie to band today, and they're selling the pie junkie thing, and it had to be in today. So we stopped at the bank so Darren could pick up the money to put in the envelope because nobody's paid him for it yet. And so we stopped to pick up the money, and I was holding the envelope in my hand, and Kyrie we get there, Kyrie gets out of the car and leaves, and then we're literally pulling out, and I look down and I'm like, wait, the money. So Darren goes to take the envelope and run, and I'm like, wait, we didn't put the money in it. You never gave me the money. And so he's like, shit. So he's trying to put the money in it, and so he had to go run it in and everything. And oh my God, we are seriously not on the ball these days. So yeah. I was so upset because he brought home the order form yesterday, and I looked and looked, and there was no corn pie on the order form, and I was like, uh-oh. Because now I actually really want to try corn pie. So maybe I'll make one. And then I can, send you a little freezer pack one. How's that, Mia?
Oh, interesting. They didn't show the final
So, yeah. I'm a little crazy. I'm a lot crazy. And I'm all right with that. In so many ways.
Oh, I had no chance.
So, how's everybody's Christmas plan? Hey, Rochelle, how are you?
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday, Rochelle. I love you. Thank you for being here. Oh my God. Instead of American pie making me laugh, it's going to be corn pie. It tells you how. Because when American Pie first came out, all anybody would have to do was say apple pie, and I would start to laugh, and I couldn't stop. And yeah, apparently apple pie has now turned into corn pie, and I'm gonna make one. I promise, I'll make one. Have you ever had corn pie, Rochelle? We just found out it actually existed, so I thought it did, and then I didn't know it did, and then I thought it didn't, and now I know it does, and yeah. I apologize about my nose. Yes, I'm sorry. Corn pie. There you go. And so, I know. The other day on my stream, Rochelle, so Kyrie's selling this thing called Pie Junkie, and they sell like savory pies and sweet pies and whatnot. And I had sworn up and down that they were selling corn pies. So I had this whole big rant on my last stream about what are corn pies? I don't know what corn pies are. And I, went on this whole thing about corn pies. And then it turns out that they're not selling corn pies. And I've never had a conversation with Darren about corn pies, which is where I thought it came from. So I was just talking about corn pie, and I have no idea where corn pie came from. And tonight we just found out it was actually real. And so, yeah, I'm crazy because I talk about corn pie and I don't know where it came from at all. So, yep, I don't know.
And then I became a telephone booth.
So that's the, story of that, of me being a dork.
Or mentor.
I'm a total dork. And I'm okay with that.
Wonderful.
See, if I call myself names, nobody can call me names. Because then I've already said it myself, right? So I can say I'm a dork. It's crazy that I don't know where that topic even came from. I know I was talking about pies and I was convinced it was on her order form, and then I got the order form yesterday to, fill out everything and figure out the money part of it. And there was no corn pies on, like, she's not selling them at all. And so I had this whole conversation about corn pie. And I had like this whole like moment of deja vu where I swore I'd had this conversation before, and I swore it was with Darren. And I asked Darren, and he said, no, I didn't talk to him about corn pie. So I don't know where corn pie came from. Hi, Brittany. How are you? Thank you for coming. All of you. I really do appreciate you all being here. How are you, Brittany? Anything new and exciting that you would like to share?
What? My team sucks.
So no, I just figured I'd come on and see what everybody was up to and try to have
Oh yeah, I got no
little chat, little color.
left. That's right.
You know the drill.
Oh shit. Oh Jesus Christ.
Hi, Kayla. Thank you for coming and being here. I really appreciate it. I know I must have seen it in a movie or
Oh my God, look at the
a
size of
video
that
or TV show. Like, I don't know, we were watching Kyrie and I, where we tape like all the Halloween and Christmas baking things on the Food Network. So maybe I got it off of there, and like maybe I saw it there, and then somehow, I don't know, in my brain connected it to that, but it really wasn't that.
Right?
So yeah, I must have, it had to have been somewhere. How much can you guys hear Darren? Like, is he loud? Like, can you guys actually hear what he says, or is he just like a murmur in the background, or does he like talk over me? I don't know. I haven't watched any of my videos to see. I'm sorry. I should have checked that. I should have. That's on me. But yeah. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, Darren. So they can hear you?
Yeah.
But you're not talking over me or anything? So, yeah. Just a little tiny bit quieter, maybe? Please? I love you.
You know, because you said please.
Hee hee hee.
And I didn't hear any of the whistles.
I'm so sorry. He doesn't care. He's happy to have me streaming and not being a pain in his ass. So he's quite content with this. He's more supportive than anything. So if he does ever get too loud, let me know. I really honestly don't watch my videos back because, I mean, I was here when they were being taped and I saw, pretty much everything. So, yeah. I swear it was him who told me about the corn pie, Mia. I swear it is. But he swears it's not. And I don't know, like, when I asked him tonight if I've ever talked to him about corn pie, like, the look on his face, he was absolutely stunned and had no way. What? Like 3 days ago, I was there. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm so confused. I live my life in a state of confusion and denial.
What was it? Do you remember? Oh, somebody got it.
That is okay.
Yeah, there was like 4 of them hiding together.
So anything exciting going on this week for you guys? I haven't been here since Saturday, I think, or Sunday or whatever. So maybe Tuesday. I don't know what day it is anymore. Oh my God. Okay, so there's not a lot of you here, so I will tell you guys this. Well, I hope it would notify you. I mean, there's no like pre anything. Like when I come on, it should tell you, but YouTube screws up that all the time and doesn't tell people. And I don't think I actually hit their, radar as far as, being like, no, like you guys come to my streams and I love that, but it's not bigger than that. And like I don't have a huge amount of followers, so maybe I just get kind of stuck in the backlog of, what YouTube is telling people, and eventually you'll get it. I don't know. But I know it is. It's crazy. So you guys want to talk about some crazy dreams? Okay. So I got some crazy dream stories for you. So not so much anymore, but I used to be very much an active dreamer. And there was not a night that Darren did not get kicked. He would wake up with bruises and not know why. He'd wake up and literally his arm was holding him in bed because I'd, come over to cuddle him and he's trying to get away from me, and that's what he ended up with. So this one time I woke up in the morning and I was like super stressed. I didn't get a good sleep, and Darren was at work, and I wasn't feeling well. And so he comes home and he had bruises all over his upper torso and his lower torso, actually. And it turns out that he had a dream that he was being attacked by an octopus. And I was dreaming that he was on fire. So I was trying to put the fire out all night. I was so stressed out, and I just kept thinking he was on fire. So I just kept trying to, I was, beating him like this to try and get the fire out. So he, comes home and he's all bruised, and we, figure out what happened. So, yeah, I have abused my husband in my sleep, thinking that, he was on fire and he thought he was being attacked by an octopus. And then, so now I don't actively dream so much anymore. But what happens, so in the morning, Darren, he gets up at like 6 and he'll have his shower and whatnot. And then he comes back to the bedroom to get dressed. And when he comes back in, he wakes me up and I take my medicine, and then I, go back to sleep. And that way, I just have to turn the light on just a little bit, and I don't have to be awake. And hopefully, the pills in the morning will allow me to sleep longer. So I do some weird things in the morning. So he comes in, and apparently this one morning, he wakes me up, and I sit up in bed, and I'm like, oh, well, hello. And I'm not awake. I do not recall this at all. And I woke up and I'm like, oh, hello. And so he gives me my pills, and I go to give him the pill bottle back, and I'm like, here you go, servant. You can go now. I'm done with you. And then I rolled back over and went back to sleep. And oh my God, he holds that over my head so bad. He's like, haha, I'm your servant. And then I feel bad, and it's all funny, and, and yeah, I've called him my servant. I have, what did I tell him? Oh, I told him that I was marching with the penguins and that I had to go. And so I went back to bed. I went back to sleep. I was in the bed. I'm like, I have to go. I'm marching with the penguins. And I laid down and went back to sleep. And yeah, I have some pretty funny things. Gotten dressed for work in that totally makes sense though, Rochelle. You've been doing that for so long that it's hard to get out of the habit of waking up at that time and, getting dressed. And yeah, I have some pretty wild dreams, and somehow I sleep with my arm in the air as well. And I don't know how I do it. My daughter does it too. I've never seen anyone else do it, but her and I both sleep, we'll be on our backs or our sides, and our arm will be straight up in the air. And we sleep that way. And Ian, her fiance, and Darren, my husband, they think it's so creepy. God. Oh, that is so funny. Crying over her banana. That's so funny. Oh, God. Yeah. I do crazy shit. Crazy, crazy stuff. Oh, I have to remember no more potty mouth. No more potty mouth. We have to have child-friendly content. Oh, right. That's what screwed everybody. Sorry. My bad. Like babies do, Kayla? I do that. I suck my thumb. I am so going to go check that out. Taylor Swift drugged up crying. I am so going to check that out. You have no idea. Yeah, I do that too. I stick my butt in the air sometimes, and yeah. The things we train ourselves to do that our minds remember when we're not awake, isn't it crazy? I mean, really? I would love to dream about coloring. My ex-husband, he tried to kill me and Morgan when she was a year old. Long story, but anyway, it was November 1st. So November 1st every year I freak out. I have nightmares. I can't help it. And, I've let it go in my day-to-day life, but I do have nightmares. And then 2 years ago, they actually took down the building that Wes and I lived in when we were first together with Morgan, where he did what he did. And they took down the building, and there's just an open grass area there. And since they took that building down, I don't have nightmares anymore, because the building was right where we would have to drive by it a lot. So every time we drove by it, I never felt like it was closed. Like it was always there, and you can't help but remember. Even if you don't act on it, you still remember and you think about it, when it happens. So when they tore it down, that was the best thing that could have ever happened for me mentally, because I was finally able to, give up the nightmares. And they don't have anything built there yet, but it's just a nice big open grass area with, green grass and little white flowers. And it's beautiful. I would love the link. Thank you, Mia. You don't sleep more than 3 hours, Shell? Ever? I take a lot of medication to make sure I sleep. That's, yeah. I don't get a huge amount of sleep, but I make sure to take enough medication to make me sleep, because I can't function if I don't sleep. So, oh, that sucks, Rochelle. I'm so sorry, baby. I didn't mean to say baby. I don't know why I said that. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Is what I meant to say. My bad. Kind of wish it. Yep. Oh, that is harsh, Shell. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I could function that way. I'm like one of those people that either I have a 3 or 4 hour sleep, or I can't nap at all. If it's under 3 hours, I can't do it. It makes me miserable, and it makes me hurt more. It just makes everything worse. So I either have to sleep or don't sleep at all. Do you sleep well, Mia? I know you're sick too, and I know that you're on a lot of medication, so napping is work. I know, right? People don't understand that. You learn to thrive on stress. Yeah, I used to, I guess, thrive on stress. I'm so, I don't know. The stress just, it makes everything hurt. And I can't. I used to be able to deal with it. And I mean, I am on antidepressants and whatnot, but you know, it just, the stress just makes everything worse. And I'm like one of those people who get sucked into their own heads and will start in one place and end up completely in another place and have it all be, you know, completely awful and have it all be my fault, and I have no way to fix it or no way to help. And it just makes my life so much worse to have that much stress. Your night milk is fun? Yeah. I wish I could put mine in milk. Do you do CBD oil, Mia? I just started CBD oil. I'm on my second bottle and I'm not up to where I'm supposed to be. They want me to go up like really slowly. So I'm only about halfway to where they want me to be, and I don't notice any effects yet, like whatsoever. So I was just wondering if you were on it, just knowing that you're the THC. Okay. And is it just THC with no CBD, or is it CBD and THC? Sorry, I don't mean to be intrusive. Please do not feel like you have to answer. I'm just, like, now that I've started kind of dealing with it, I'm just really curious because I had somebody tell me that, you know, CBD oil wouldn't work for me and that, you know, all this other stuff. And this person was like a cancer survivor, but she's also kind of a nut job. And I enjoy talking to other people and getting other viewpoints on it is all. But please don't feel like you need to answer anything I ask. Okay, so yeah, like right now I'm just doing CBD with no THC because they want to work on getting the pain under control first. And then once they get the pain under control, then then I will like do the THC at night and CBD during the day kind of thing. And then we'll do the THC and help work on my sleep and my appetite and my nausea and stuff like that. So Seroquel, but I won't take it. I need sleep, but not for 2 days and not either. Why won't you take it, Rochelle? If you have it, like, why won't you take it? I'm just wondering. And again, please do not feel like you have to answer. This is not, I do not want anybody to put anything out there that they do not want known. So that's not what this is about. THC in the day and almost passed out. Yeah, they don't want to give me THC during the day. They want the CBD during the day, and then is Seroquel an over-the-counter medication? Like, is it just like an occasional nighttime, you know, something to help you with occasional lacks of sleep? Fair enough, Rochelle. I get that. Hi, Nick and Tina. How are you? It's a prescription. Okay. You wouldn't take it either, Mia, huh? And you like it, Brittany. Oh, okay. So you have to take it for long enough to get over the loopy feeling and the drugged feeling before it starts. I mean, generally with antidepressants, you have to take them for a while before you can, like, before they take effect in your system. You need to build up what is in your system. I know that most of my antidepressants work that way, and you can't just stop taking them. It makes you very, very, very sick. Okay. Huh. thank you guys for all being like talking to me about this, because it's none of my business and I really just appreciate the information. But it keeps you asleep too. See, I have my pain medication that I take, and then I also have sleep medication that I take. And then I have melatonin and it's the one that I take, the one that helps you fall asleep and keeps you asleep. And then that way I hopefully will sleep through the night. Fentanyl patches. Okay. Okay, that's fair. So, Rochelle, what happens if you don't get sleep for like 3 or 4 days, sweetie? Like, are you able to function? Okay, that makes sense. Yes, the THC, that's what they want to put me on after I get used to the CBD and we figure it out. That's what they want to put me on to help with my sleep so that I can stop taking so many meds to stay asleep. I would get up in the middle of the night when I Really? So you're a sleepwalker, Rochelle? Like in general?
Oh, Jesus.
Tilden right now. Tilray. Yes, Tilray. Tilray and Aurora are my two suppliers. I was so frustrated. I ordered more CBD on Thursday, and they have compassionate pricing, and it's based per person, so it's based on my income and not Darren. So I actually qualify for their compassionate pricing, which is like 25%. And so Darren and I just got our taxes done for 2018. And so I literally ordered, and the next day my notice of assessment came in from the government, and oh, I was so frustrated. So awesome. Yeah, they do 25%, Mia, at Tilray, and Aurora, they do 30%. So I don't know if like how you go about getting your suppliers or anything like that, but yeah, both Aurora and Tilray do personal income, and it's based per person, not per family. And because when they said, oh, there's compassionate pricing, I was like, well, that doesn't matter to me. My husband makes too much. But he actually doesn't matter in the whole scheme of things. So I'm actually very grateful for that. And like right now, I'm still ordering like just like one little bottle at a time kind of thing. It's like a 40 ml bottle. And if you order, I think it's based on milliliters that you order or something like that, or bottles. I don't know. But if you order, you get like 2 bottles or whatever. You get free shipping. So yeah, that's why I was telling you that you should check out Aurora too. I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and Mia lives in BC, in the next province over. So we're just a province apart. And Nick and Tina live on the other side of the country, kind of. And yeah, so we are all Canadian, which should mean that we're all nice and friendly. All Canadian-like, you know? I don't know, personally, I'm proud to be Canadian. I'm proud that our country's known for our niceness. I'm glad I get to hold that up and be nice and stay nice. And I don't know. I'm really proud to be Canadian. I know we don't have like the patriotic stuff that the Americans do, but damn it, Canada rocks. They suck too, though. It just became legal here in the summer. Actually, in Alberta here, it became legal. So I do go to a doctor for the stuff I get now, and I'm prescribed that. I have a prescription, but I could go to any dispensary, and apparently in Alberta, or actually anywhere. So Toronto apparently has 4 dispensaries, from what I understand. And I think there are like 6 dispensaries in Vancouver. We have 66 dispensaries in Calgary alone since it became legal. Like, there is literally a dispensary on almost like every corner, as long as it's not near a school, or a daycare and stuff like that. So as long as, they follow the laws, there are 66 dispensaries in Calgary. Like, is that not crazy? Like, I mean, Calgary, we're apparently, a province that is all about the pot. So, which I'm okay with. I think it should be legal, but yeah, it's crazy. Like, I can't believe we have 66 dispensaries. And the funny thing is, I order mine from a different company, and they're actually based in BC. So I'm not even like supporting any of our dispensaries or anything. So and 25 THC. Okay. Lowe's. We don't have any Lowe's here as far as I know. I mean, maybe we do.
I'm guessing there's a team of those.
But I've never seen a Lowe's here, and I've never shopped at one, so.
I'm thinking so. But if they're on the same team again, then yeah.
There are a lot of recreational users. Like, okay, my daughter, her and her fiance, they smoke up, they buy it recreationally. But my daughter is or was on a bunch of antidepressants, and like she was having panic attacks, and she was going through crazy amounts of stuff. And to be honest, what they wanted her to pay for, her all of this medication that would, help her be okay, or she can do pot, a couple times a day. Like, she doesn't go and smoke it and get stoned and just hang out to be stoned. She smokes it to help with her anxiety and all of that. So I do understand the recreation side of doing that, but I don't understand just, buying it and everybody doing it everywhere. I think that's ridiculous. So, is it still from 6 to 8, Nick?
Oh.
Edibles? I don't think they're legal here yet. Yeah, they wanted to keep gummies out of our market. They, like, when we became legal here, it was a big thing about not having edibles and gummies. Huh. Personally, they're so gross. Personally, I do not like the taste or the flavor or anything. Like, I don't like smoking pot. It tastes gross. The CBD oil tastes gross. It is nasty. And I have tried a fuzzy peach and a fuzzy watermelon, I believe. And yeah, of course, they're supposed to taste, like fuzzy peaches and fuzzy watermelons. You're not supposed to have to taste the pot. And oh my God, they taste so nasty, like unbelievably nasty. They are gross. So I'm like, my daughter's doing some research for me because I don't like chocolate chip cookies, and you can still, all you taste is the pot. So she's actually trying to find a way that I could eat it that won't make me throw up, because honestly, the taste of pot makes me sick. So yeah, she's been like baking stuff for me because I don't know what to do. So but not THC unless docs prescribe it.
Red barrel, the red can.
Yeah, well, the chocolate milk masks the taste. Okay, thank you, Mia. Absolutely, thank you. I'm up to half. Okay, so they want me taking 1 ml 3 times a day of my CBD. So they want me to go up by 0.1 of a ml every 4 to 5 days. So I am at 0.5 mils, and it's taken 25 days to get here, and it's going to take another 25 days to get to 1 mil. So, yeah, I'm really hoping. And then they did tell me to try to like eat it with like fatty foods like peanut butter, but I don't like eggs, I don't like avocados, anything else they suggested I don't like. And so I make sure there's like something in my mouth, like iced tea or something, and I drop it in. Like I open my mouth, drop in the dropper full of stuff, and then swallow it, and then, quickly drink something else. But my goodness, when we get to like 1 mil, that's a lot. And chocolate milk, thank you. Because I don't drink regular milk. I don't like regular milk at all. So chocolate milk I do. Oh, yay, Kayla. Oh, I can't wait to see it. Oh, I can't wait to see it, Kayla. Oh, it's going to be so beautiful. I'm saying I didn't know it was pot until I got the hungry hearts. Oh. You have to give urine to get Percocet? I've been sick for 20 years, so to be fair, I'm well past Percocet. But even when I was taking Percocet, I'm taking way more than Percocet. And we don't have to give urine. Although I was required this year for the first time ever to sign something with my doctor stating that she was going to be my doctor. I wasn't going to go to multiple doctors to try to get more prescriptions, basically saying that I wasn't a drug seeker. So, okay, Nick and Tina, have a good night. Okay, I can do that. Okay, cool. Thank you, Mia. That's super helpful. That's so crazy. Like your doctor, honest to God, if you have a doctor. Wow. Oh my God. Who cares if he's addicted? He's gonna die. I'm sorry. That is absolutely crap. Really, Mia? Well, now, like in the past year and a half, couple years, the government has decided to stick its little fingers into, the narcotics, and we have a war on narcotics here in Canada too. But, like my doctor, like she's really funny sometimes because she'll read something or hear something, and then she gets it all in her head that, I'm on too much medication, and, this is why, or this isn't working. And, then I have to go for an appointment. And when I go talk to her and we talk about it together, she's fine. And she's like, you're right. I understand. This is why you're taking this. Like, we talked about it. And I don't take anything without telling my doctor. So, it's not that, but I had to sign this year this new form from the government saying I wasn't a drug seeker. I have had to sign a piece of paper in the ambulance saying I wasn't a drug seeker so they could give me anti-nausea medication. But and my doctor will kind of go crazy a couple times a year where she's like, oh, you're on too much narcotics and blah, blah, this and that. But the thing is, every single year we lose our insurance. And so I literally have to stop taking them every year. So even though, yes, my body is addicted to them, I am not. And I've proven that. And when I remind her of those small things that mean I'm not a drug addict and that I am not a user, like, for recreational purposes. When we discuss all that, she remembers, oh, that's right, this came to here, this is why this is happening. So then, it's fine. And then she's like, okay, and then she just keeps prescribing me what I have. Like, I was in the hospital, and they had no problems with what I was taking. None. And yet, one of the doctors said the word constipation, and she got it in her head that I was constipated, and that was my problem. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, we've known each other for over 20 years. Like, come on. She knows me. And once she talks to me, she's fine. It's just she gets on her soapbox occasionally because the government freaks her out and scares her. And then, I have to explain, well, this is why I take this. I stop taking it every year. So we know that I can stop taking it, that, I'm not addicted. I'm not taking them to hurt other people, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's insane. I mean, of course, like, I can't even believe that you had to return your old fentanyl patches. That is so crazy. They gave her Tylenol. And I am too, Mia. Like, I think you and I are kind of in the same situation, I think. I could be completely wrong, and I apologize if I offended you by putting you in my situation. I'm sorry. But, yeah, I get that. They gave you ibuprofen for a C-section. I guess here, I think here when you have a baby, it's the same thing. But I think that's mostly just to protect the baby. It's not, I think that's why, Brittany, because of course, everybody's all about saving the kids. And so I think that one is specifically like the C-section is, unless, they do something really bad or you had to get stretched wider. I don't know. I think this is ridiculous. I mean, it's not fair. The people that need it are the ones who are hurting because they're taking it away from the people that hurt it because certain people abuse it. And I'm sorry, but if they take it away, what are we going to do? We're going to find it somehow. Oh, sweetheart. Okay, that I don't understand, Brittany. Sorry, I wasn't trying to play it off or anything. I do not understand that. That makes no sense to me. How? And my friend had a C-section 6-7 years ago now. So I don't know anybody who's had one since, but I think they gave her more than ibuprofen. I am sure they did. They didn't want to give her a huge amount, but yeah, you have to get more than ibuprofen when they cut you open. I have been cut open, not my uterus. I was cut open. I was supposed to have an inch-long scar, kind of in the space between your ribs at the top there, and it ended up being well over 12 inches, and it goes right down into my stomach. So I understand being cut open, and they gave me a whole lot more than, mine was, 16 years, 15, 14, 13 years ago.
There we go.
Because I had my surgery before Kyrie, and they messed up really badly, and I can't imagine them not giving you more than that, Brittany. I'm sorry. My God, seriously, it's like the government actually thinks it knows what people need in the medical community, people that are sick or have PTSD or anything like that. Rochelle, you should never have been made to choose. People have problems for different reasons. And then they sit there and, oh, well, we support mental health. And part of the reason I'm upset about this whole YouTube thing that is going on is I firmly, firmly believe that if this happens, that the mental health of a lot of places is going to drop significantly. And I worry about that because I know that my mental health is on the line, you know, when it comes to YouTube and stuff like that. And I can't, you know, that's why I'm so angry is how much this helps me mentally. Like, I need this and they're taking it away, and that's not okay. You know, and people need medication and they're taking it away thinking they know better because somehow, oh yeah, when government gets involved, look what happens. Like, they decide things as a group. Like, how about one of them go and actually live somewhere where, you know, in the community and have to go try to get medical help if nobody knew who they were? I would like to see somebody do that and prove that, you know, they actually know what it means to be out there, being sick, being, you know, and not being able to get what you need. I think that would be a fantastic group experience. You know, take away their identities, make them so they can't find out they're government people, and send them in as lowly farm workers or, you know, lowly. I was a receptionist, so lowly receptionists. And, you know, let them try and see what they can get and then see how well it works. That should be a requirement before people get hired.
Where the hell? You're on the other team.
Oh my God.
3-on-2 and you're on the other team.
That is not okay, Brittany. Not at all.
I don't know. I was bored.
Exactly. Yeah, the addicts are still getting it. You don't think there aren't pot plants everywhere, but you know, and now they've decided that they're taxing everything. And it's like, now I have to pay taxes on my pot. Like, it is cheaper some days just to go through an irreparable dealer. You know, like, I personally, at this moment in time, don't know anybody who I would get it from, but I'm sure if I needed to, I could find it. I know it's the hardworking, honest people, the lowly farmers or the receptionists or the moms and dads who just live normal lives who are being screwed over. And nobody cares. But, you know, people come to your door and say, hey, save a child. For the, you know, price of a glass of milk a day, you can save a child. And it's like, I love the concept, I do, but we need to save. How do we save other people if we can't save ourselves? I mean, honestly, if we can't come up with a solution to help save ourselves, how do we help other people? I don't know. Okay, sweetheart, don't worry. Take your time and have a nice, warm shower that feels really good. Okay? That's what I want. So, okay, Brittany, don't worry. Hope the baby's okay. I don't know. It's just really sad what, you know, we're supposed to be first world countries and we're really not. Our people are treated terribly, you know, unless you're in the top 1%. You know, people are not treated well. They're not given what they need to live and to survive and to thrive. It's not just about surviving. People want more than to just survive. They want to thrive, and they should. You know, like, why? Like, it's so hard to say you have to work this job for the rest of your life, you know, that you hate because you have to put food on the table. But, you know, nobody in government has ever had to deal with that because they are the top 1%. They are the top people who don't get taxed, so they don't understand what it means. They are the top people who got to go to good schools because their parents could afford it. You know, like, my kids we can't help them go to school. So, Kyrie will never be that 1%. Morgan will never be that top 1%. And they don't even have a shot at it because we can't help them go to school. We can't, help them do anything. Like, we're barely surviving on our own. And to be honest, my daughter is doing better than we are financially. Like, way better. Of course, yes, I have a 15-year-old daughter in the house, but it's still like, I don't understand. And I love everybody, and I think we should help everybody. And I want to help everybody. But, when people come to my door and they ask for money, and I try to explain really nicely that I don't have any, and then they push, then I have to tell them that their, glass of milk becomes a jug of milk. And I can't even give that to my kids. So how can I cannot guarantee to have milk in the house every day of the year. I cannot guarantee that. And yet I'm supposed to give other people money for kids or for whatever they need or for whatever. And, I'm judged if I don't do it. It drives me up the wall. I'm sorry, I got on my soapbox here and just went on a tangent. I apologize to everybody. That was not directed towards anybody. That was just me and my internal ramblings, and I got so way off topic. That was just, I'm sorry. And they go, I don't know how many times a week to get their synthetic heroin. Thanks, Mia. Right, Rochelle? Like, it makes no sense. Like, we have safe injection sites here, and there's a community center that is directly across the street from a junior high school, so grades 6 through 9, a Catholic elementary school, grades 1 through 6, and a public elementary school, grades 1 through 5 or 6. And they want to use the community center across the street as a safe injection site. Now, I 100% firmly believe that safe injection sites are a good thing. We don't find as many needles in our back alleys or wherever because of these places. But I don't think putting it across from a middle school and 2 elementary schools is the place to be. And sure, schools close at 3:30. We all know they really don't. And we all know that, if you're going to meet your friends, you meet them at the school because it's in the middle, or, that's where you hang out. It's not just, it doesn't close at 3:30 and they shut the door and it's over. So it's, they have people hanging around waiting for it to open. Like they have people waiting for the safe injection site to open. So how safe is that? How safe are these kids who are watching this? Like, there's a high school that my daughter goes to now that's a little further down the road, and I seriously cannot believe that they would not consider putting one in a place such as the school, like across from the high school. But they'll put it, they thought of putting it across from an elementary school and a middle school is crap. Like, those are the kids that are super vulnerable. They're the ones that will be swayed one way or another. And I don't know. I don't think it's right. Well, of course not. So in the poorer communities like mine, or the ones connected to mine, that's where they put them. And businesses downtown close at 5:00. Put it there. Because really, people don't go and hang out at businesses after work. So maybe put them down there. But you don't stick one in the middle of a community. And they just put in like a new Tim Hortons. So there's a 7-Eleven, a Tim Hortons, the 3 schools, and a safe injection site. Like, tell me that makes any sense? Oh, and there's a daycare in the near where the Tim Hortons and Sev are. And it's like, it's insane. I know, they just started taxing that.
After you guys kill a couple, I'll tell you where I'm at.
I mean, I'm sorry, but if you need a safe injection site, go find one. Don't stick it at a school. Ever. Especially not that age school. If you're going to stick it near a school, find an age that's a little more appropriate or an age that can handle it a little better. How much, I don't know if you know, Mia, but how much is a pack of cigarettes there? Because here, it is like $17 now, I believe, for a pack of 25 cigarettes. I mean, at least at a high school, the kids have, had schooling and they've probably talked, like, I mean, we teach our kids about these things. So it gives them a chance to learn what's going on, to be, to understand. And then you could teach them a class. But I don't think that teaching elementary school kids about safe injection sites is the way to go. And they wonder why none of our kids will ever be in the 1% because they're scarred by the government. Firing range next to it. Oh, Rochelle, you're kidding.
Oh
my God.
Oh, thank God that was you.
Well, when I was there in the summer, they were about what I paid here, but in BC, it was the same price as what I paid. So in the summer, I think I was paying about $15 a pack. But in BC, I was only getting 20 cigarettes per pack, where here we get 25 cigarettes a pack. So there is that too. Like, I don't know if, I mean, that's a thing, obviously. But yeah, there is that. So. Hey, Darren. Sorry, me and my soapbox. I'm very, very passionate about things, and I don't care generally about, I'm not embarrassed to tell people what I'm passionate about or where I stand. So, hi, Kim. Thanks for coming. How are you? Yay, Mia! My daughter was smoking, and I would rather her smoke and be honest and upfront. So, not like when she was 15 or anything, but after she was 18, I gave her a cigarette or 2 or 3 or 4. A lot, maybe. But oh well. She was over 18 and she'd made the choice. Now she vapes. I smoke the pods. So I guess it's vaping. I don't know if it's considered an e-cigarette or vaping. I kind of think they're the same thing. I might be completely wrong, and if I am, please let me know. I started smoking at 12. I mean, literally on my birthday, I will have been smoking, oh my goodness, for like 30 years. That's crazy. So, I mean, I've quit smoking physical cigarettes, and I'm like smoking the thing. It's called a vape. So I guess I'm vaping. I don't know what the difference is, but oh, sorry, Kim. I am okay. I am apparently feeling motivated to talk about things. So, me and my opinions. And please remember, these are just my opinions. They are not the opinions of anybody else on my channel. They are not opinions for children. They are just for you. Exits are here, 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 and here. No, I'm joking. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, one. I guess, I don't know. I've had, since I started vaping, and it was literally like, I didn't want to quit smoking. It was never that I wanted to. It's literally a money thing. And so, yeah, I smoke the pods, and they were like $12 for 2, but now they're being taxed and it's up to like 15 for 2. Camel.
That's the person that freaking was 10 feet away from me.
Are camels really strong, Rochelle? Oh, I did it all. I dated our drug dealers in the town we lived in. I dated the drug dealers, cheaper drugs. Well, okay, I didn't actually pay for anything, but, that's not the point. They were very lovely people, I'm sure. I actually don't know anymore. But, yeah, we've all done things. I would stand here and dare any one of us to look in a mirror and say, we have never in our lives done anything wrong, and then sit there and judge someone else. That upsets me, because we have all made mistakes. We are all human. And it really bothers me when people get judged for nothing. So, yep. I can't watch it yet, Mia.
I think so, yeah.
He had a trench coat. Yeah, my ex-boyfriend did too. He had a trench coat, and, I remember I'd go to his house, before school, and, we'd count out stuff, and I would skip school and whatever, but yeah, one of them, for sure, one of them had this massive trench coat, and it was black, and it was so cool. Honestly, at the time, I thought he was like the coolest things that ever happened to me. Fair enough, Kim. Fair enough. Yeah, I dated the drug dealers, or a couple of them anyway, not all of them. And yeah, I got drugs for free, and it was great, and I loved every moment of it, to be honest. I can't lie about that. I loved it. I grew up. I had to grow up. And I got pregnant at 19, and I mean, I'm actually very glad I did. Getting pregnant and having Morgan made me grow up a lot, and made me, realize a lot of tough things about myself and other people, but I did, and she was like the best thing that ever happened to me personally. She was amazing, and I am so glad that I had her when I did.
All right, we'll catch you tomorrow night.
I don't regret it at all.
Yeah, bye.
And not that I would, say to my kids, unless I was joking, but I wouldn't say to my kids, yeah, it's great, go have a kid when you're 19. But, sometimes maybe that helps people grow up. It helps people, to get them out of being that selfish teenager and into being responsible adults. Sometimes it doesn't work that way, but, I did that too. Oh my God, Mia. Rochelle, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, that is awesome. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, that's not good, Mia. Breaking into lockers. Oh no. Actually, that's not really good, but it's okay. It happened so long ago, you know, statute of limitations and all that. As long as, you know, it wasn't murder, you're good. Oh my god, that was so funny, Rochelle. I used to do the same thing. I would, like, my friends would be like, because I lived very close to the school, or my mother did. And when I was living with her, you know, I would pretend to go to school. She'd go to work. I'd come home. And then my friends would, like, you know, come up to the house and be like, oh my God, I have to hide. And I'd be like, okay. And then I'd, you know, be like, oh, I'm so sick. Why are you here? You can't come in. I don't feel good. And then we'd just sit around and hang out all day. And then, you know, they'd leave just before my mom got home. And I mean, as far as I know, she was never the wiser, but I didn't live at home a lot either. I ran away from home a lot, pretty much all the time. So things were not very good in our household growing up. And I was, you know, a dumb kid and did dumb things. We used to make nachos. My mom, like, that was the one thing I always missed about living at home was the food, because not that, like, what I mean is, like, we're very German, so we always had, you know, like, salami in the house, German salami, and like fun cheese, and not fun cheese, like Havarti cheese, and like we always had real cheese, real meats. We always had like stuff like that, and I missed that because it was purely a German thing, as far as I knew. And I always missed it, and I'd always go home just for the food, because it was just so good. So yeah, that's what kind of person I am. So, did the dryer finish?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, it's been.
Okay. Thank you. I wasn't sure if it would continue. Mia. We were at a convention. We went to the. She came up. Oh my god. Yeah, now you don't have to know or see anybody, right? And you can be all random yourself. Nobody knows about the food. Oh, you guys are so funny tonight. I love this. Thank you so much. The comedy is amazing. You guys are so much fun. Oh wow, I colored that in crazy. This is awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. Oh, I remember that at the end of grade 6, so I was at, no, it was near the end of grade 6, near the end. So I was moving at the end of grade 6, and I was very angry and everything about moving. And I was in my guide group, and we were down at the little campground outside our town. And I don't remember why I wasn't in my guide uniform, but I was wearing this really pretty black skirt and all of this, and they didn't have actual bathrooms. They were outhouses, and I'm terrified of outhouses. I am convinced that if I, go to the bath, first of all, I cannot sit. I refuse to sit. I will stand until my legs burn. I don't care. I won't sit. And then I'm somehow convinced that something, I don't know what, it could be anything. Yeah, it could be a spider, it could be a bug, could be a snake. I don't know, but something is going to be in there and like go where it shouldn't go. The do not exit sign, right? And I am terrified about houses. But I came out and bye. Darren just left. I'm alone in the house. Oh my god, what should we do? We should have a party or something. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoy being here because I enjoy having you here. So, but yeah, I was wearing this pretty skirt and it was a tiered skirt. I had 3 layers on it. And so anyway, I went to the outhouse and I came out with my skirt stuck in my pantyhose and underwear, actually, both. And nobody told me. Like, they made me sit on a piece of wood without my skirt there when nobody said a word. I tore my stockings apart sitting on this freaking wood. And yeah, nobody told me. What a bunch of jackasses. Jackassery at its finest. And yeah, that was embarrassing because I was, I was like, I was perfect. Everything was perfect in Didsbury. It really was. And, well, okay, it really wasn't, but it was cool. I have lots of good memories from there. But yeah, I don't like outhouses at all. If I can help it, like when we have ball, like when Darren plays softball, we rent the diamonds, like we lease or whatever them for the year from the city. And so there's a team of people who comes out to clean them. And so they get cleaned once a month. And I can tell you, the last 5 days of that month are pure hell. Like pure hell. If you can hit like the second day of the month, even the first day, you are golden. And it's great. But anything after that, you're screwed. And I will literally get in the car and drive to a gas station to go to the bathroom rather than get in the outhouse. Because, like, literally, it's like the baseball diamond is here and it's stuck on the back of the baseball diamond. And so, like, if the pitcher throws the ball and the back catcher doesn't catch it, the whole outhouse gets hit. Like, it hits the fence, which hits the outhouse. That is, like, just not where I want to be. So, good, Mia. If you have to do it, I need to up mine so that I actually notice it, because so far I don't notice it. Actually, mine won't do anything. Mine has no THC in it. Oh, I can't even pretend. Can't even pretend that I'm going to, feel anything from it. And I've been on my pills for so long that they're like taking a Tylenol. They're nothing. I have nothing that makes me happy anymore. Not like that. I wish I did, though. I miss that feeling. I miss that happiness, that joy, that giggliness. I miss it. Not that I want to do it all the time or anything, but, once in a while, it would be nice to, get in that, happy place in your head where everything is just funny and you just giggle and laugh at everything, and the world is a beautiful place and nobody's hurting anybody and everybody's happy. I miss that. 25 THC, gotcha, Mia. Okay, I'll work on that. I like the effects too. And And that's the funny thing is like now, like, you know, when my doctor gets all like worried about what I'm taking, and it's like I've been taking the same dose of this at the same time every day for however long, like it doesn't even do anything anymore. And of course it does. It's just you need to up it for you to notice the effects. And yeah, I definitely need that. As soon as we get this CBD figured out, that we're putting me on the THC to help with my nausea and vomiting, and to help with my sleep and my appetite. Because right now I eat about twice a week. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. But I generally do not eat during the day. And even though I'm supposed to take my oil with like a fatty substance, first of all, when I take it at 7 in the morning, my only thought is to try to go back to sleep. And oh my God, Kim, you're never too old for anything. And we're just talking about the THC that the doctor gives us for medical purposes. And of course, you know, sometimes it has some nice side effects. And if it has nice side effects and you get medical benefits, it's all good. Okay, sweetie. Sprays. See, maybe a spray would be better. Because does anybody actually know what the difference between vaping and smoking is? Because they are okay with me vaping the CBD or the THC, whichever. They're okay with vaping, but they're absolutely flat out against smoking it. So what is the difference? Good night, Rochelle. Thank you so much for telling us stories and making us laugh. It's so awesome. You are amazing, Rochelle. Thank you so much for being here. And please get some sleep. You need some sleep, my dear. That's really the only difference. I didn't really think there was much of a difference. But suddenly, you know, like with the appointment, I can buy a vape, and I can even, like, from Tilray or Aurora, my dispensaries, I can buy a vape from them, and they'll even let me do it on a payment plan. But so they're okay with you vaping it, but they are flat out 100% against you smoking it. And I personally do not understand the difference, because I switched from like cigarettes to a vape or whatever, e-cigarette. I don't know. I mean, it has a battery, so does that make it an e-cigarette? Like, I don't know what the difference is. But smoking a cigarette and vaping, the real only difference is the fire. And even that, like, when I vape, it doesn't burn, like, my throat or anything. There's no heat in my mouth. And it doesn't taste as bad. And I do smoke generally the nicotine, or I vape the nicotine salts or whatever it is. So I still stay with the nicotine, and I don't generally. Sometimes I smoke the vanilla infused, or vape the vanilla infused one, but usually it's the nicotine one. And to me, like, smoking, when I smoke it, except for the taste, there's no difference. I pull it into my mouth, pull it into my lungs, hold it in, spit it out, like, or blow it out. I don't, right? Yeah. Okay. So shit, what's it called? So there's the pipe. What's the bong? Bong. That's what you generally, that's the water one. Well, I don't think any of them are good for your, personally. I mean, vaping, smoking, they're all the same for your lungs. You're inhaling something you probably shouldn't. And nothing, everything you do is going to kill you. It just depends how fast you get there and how much you enjoy it on the way. I mean, and I don't mean enjoy it by getting high. I just mean that, you know, like life, I would hope, is meant to be enjoyed and not just survived. And I would hope that people find joy without drugs, but yeah, like, I don't know. Everything is going to kill you. Some things will kill you faster. There's a plastic bag attached to it. Volcano. Huh. I enjoy the ride too. But here's my theory is 99.9% of my days are spent in mass amounts of pain, are spent with me crying, with me yelling, screaming, whatever, due to my pancreas and the side effects and everything. And, you know, it's all going to kill you. And I enjoy getting out of my head and not dwelling on the bad things, or not, you know, thinking about something until I've gone down the rabbit hole so deep I don't know how to climb out. Sometimes it's nice just to have an escape. And yeah. A volcano? No, I have never used a volcano. Eat a cookie? Okay. Yeah, there's like no difference. I mean, I used to smoke hash. I don't know if it's smoking it, but I would put it on the end of my cigarette and put it into like an empty like Pepsi bottle that I'd have a hole in the side of. Then when there was enough smoke, you take the top off and you suck it in, which I'm assuming that's the same as how a bong works, except for a bong has water or juice. And actually, my daughter was saying that they use something, I don't remember, but it actually makes it taste a hell of a lot more pleasant than what it normally tastes like. So, but she thinks she might have found a recipe actually that you don't taste pure pot, because tasting things that I don't like makes my stomach go not happy. Bag attached to. Okay. Okay, right. You take the smoke out of the bag, right? I'm sorry if I'm being silly or stupid here. I'm trying to understand. Okay. Yeah, so that's no different than a bong or, you know, how I used to smoke hash. It's the same thing. So, okay. If those things are okay, then what makes the vaping so different than, like, well, I guess I am technically vaping then. So what makes that so different and so bad? Huh. Tilray. I'll look into that, because I was actually looking at some of their stuff last Thursday, I think, when I ordered my new bottle of CBD. I was looking at some of their other stuff. Because right now, like, for what I need, I'm only allowed to have 2% THC in anything I have. So mine is like 28.8 milligrams per milliliter of CBD and then 1.1 milligram of THC. So I don't understand the difference, and to me it's the same. You're smoking it in 1010. Yeah, that's what I need to get for day. And then okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know, it all doesn't make sense to me. I've been doing it since I was 12, and I enjoy smoking personally. I love smoking. Like, I love when the kids were little, going outside and having a smoke. They wouldn't, because I've always smoked outside, and they were never allowed to come out with me because that was my personal time. I got 5 minutes outside away from them, or 10 minutes, whatever, and we never wanted to smoke around them or anything like that. So I never smoked like in the house, but I still I like the vape because I can go outside and I can 3 or 4 puffs. And then if it's cold out, like it is today, I mean, we had to have our sidewalk shoveled twice today because it snowed so much. So, like if it's cold out, I can go outside and just have a quick puff or two. Whereas if I was smoking, I felt like I had to smoke the whole cigarette because I did not like it if I only smoked half a cigarette. I didn't like the taste. So I would, so when I was smoking, I felt like I was stuck outside for that 10 plus minutes, and it was so damn cold and it was awful. But I still enjoyed smoking enough and, addicted enough that I went outside. And I love the fact that now I can go outside just for, a puff or two. I can go sit outside if I want and just sit there, and I don't have to worry about, sometimes when I'm smoking, I get caught up doing puzzles or talking to people, and I end up wasting my cigarette just because I can't type and talk or smoke at the same time. And so I don't have to worry about that. Like, I like that. I like the convenience of the vape or the e-cigarette or whatever it is called. I really do. We've had snow since September, almost consistent. Like, there's been very, very few days that there has been no snow on the ground since September. It's been nonstop here. Not yet, no. Have you gotten it to the Disney Plus yet? Anybody? Yeah? I don't know if we're going to get the Disney Plus. We have Netflix. I know, it's been so cold here, like every day. Like, we had +8 the other day, and it felt like, a great summer day. And I normally don't wear socks ever. I hate socks. They are the epitome of all evil and should be banned in the whole world, everywhere. Socks are bad. And I haven't stopped wearing socks for 2 months. And we started getting snow near the beginning of September too. Like, we had snow and then it would go away, and as soon as it went away, it would come right back. And it was crazy. What do you think of it, Mia? Do you like it? Is there enough on there to keep you interested in watching it? That's my concern, is that I'm just worried that there won't be enough stuff for us to watch to be bothered paying for it, because we already pay for Netflix. And we have the Disney, like, we're part of the Disney movie club. So we actually get movies like every month or every other month or whatever. Whenever the ones we want, we get. And we don't watch older movies, but like I'm not into Star Wars at all. I guess I'm just not sure. Sorry, I'm really thirsty. Why I would get that, and like I don't know that there'll be enough on it. Yeah, $8.99 is a lot. Like if we went for Disney, we would get Crave with HBO, which we were planning on doing anyway. So we would have Disney, Netflix, Crave, and HBO. And I think between the three of them, we would be great and fine and dandy. Because we're not huge TV watchers, and all the TV shows that we are into, like Arrow and The Flash and blah blah blah, they're all on Netflix because it's all DC, not Marvel. Oh wait, is it DC? Yeah. Yes. Firmly yes. So, but we would start watching these shows and get into them, and then we would switch our, and like we'd tape them and we'd have them taped for, months. And then we would switch our TV provider and we'd lose everything. So, yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Like, I mean, like for my daughter, my older daughter, or even Kyrie, my younger daughter, right? For them, like Kyrie personally does not really remember any Disney movies growing up. Like she remembers A Bug's Life and The Emperor's New Groove. I mean, The Emperor's New Groove was her first movie ever in the theater. But like we just got the like live version of Aladdin, and we got the cartoon version as well. So Kyrie didn't remember watching Aladdin. And so that was great because I want to get all the live action ones, but then I will also get the cartoon to go with it. And that's, and so we watched Aladdin. We loved it. We all loved it so much. And we have The Lion King, but we don't have The Lion King in the animated version. And Kyrie wants to see the animated version before she sees the live version. So, I mean, I guess we could do our week trial and watch The Lion King that way, maybe. But I kind of want to own them, like, because at least the ones that have live action. I'm not sure why I mean, we have cable because of certain shows we watch, and then we tape them, and then, months later we watch them, and we try to watch 1 hour of TV together every night because we do tape a lot of stuff, and if we don't do that, we will never get through what we have taped. But we've been waiting for season 4 of Supergirl to come out on Netflix for 1.5 years. It was supposed to be out. So season 5 is what's on TV right now, and we're just watching season 4, and that's one of the ones we watch as a family. So, pardon me. Fire Stick and getting it done where I get all the channels and all the brand new movies. Cancel cable and just pay Wi-Fi. What's a Fire Stick? A smart TV and Chromecast and Apple TV. I don't know what all of these are. I know what a smart TV, Chromecast. Is that one of those things? Is Chromecast one of those things that like opens up so that, especially in Canada here, so that we can see American content and whatnot? Like, is that what that is, Mia? Like an Apple TV? Is that what that is? Because I thought there was a way that you could legally basically open up your TV and allow, yeah, I guess a streaming service. Okay, is it Google and Amazon? Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. That took way too long for me to figure out. I'm so sorry. Um, you get all the stuff for free. You just pay for the Fire Sticks, and then you pay your Wi-Fi. So how does this work? That you get all, like, you buy this little box, which, right, but I mean, really, how does anybody make any money when everybody has these little boxes that open everything up? Because I know that we have to buy Crave and HBO to be able to see anything American. So it's an Amazon streaming stick, Fire Stick. Right. But like, okay, so CBS, we'll take that as an example. So can you watch CBS on this Fire Stick? Or like, does it open all the channels? Like all the, I'm very confused. Yeah, yes, Kayla, we will talk later and I will get you to explain it because I think this is too much for me to understand in a chat. And I'm just going to end up looking really dumb. Oh my God, I'm going to look dumb if I keep trying to figure this one out. I'll ask Darren too. I'll get him to explain as well. What is Stack TV? And what's the difference between a Firebox and a Fire Stick? Like, does the Firebox do more than the Fire Stick? So, like, does it cost more at the beginning and then still open the same things? Or I don't get it. It's like global and different. Okay, Stack TV. Huh. I don't know anything about any of this stuff. I apologize. Yeah, Canada gets like locked out of everything. We can't see American TV. Like when HBO came out, my God, that was such a big thing because, oh my God, somebody swore on TV and I had never at that point been exposed to like American TV. And I remember how shocked I was, but that was part of the reason that we wanted it is we wanted adult TV to actually be adult TV. So I get that. Monthly subscription. Okay. Huh. Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense to me. But yeah, literally Canada like gets locked out of everything. Like there's certain like things my kids couldn't see as kids like on the internet because we had a Canadian IP address and all of that. And yeah, we pay for every tiny little thing. Like here, you're not allowed to watch CBS unless you pay for CBS or Global or whatever, HBO. And our laws are so tough here. Like trying to produce an adult show here, you can't because they won't show it on TV. And so that's why everybody wants HBO or did want HBO and Super Channel. That was the other one where the, actual adult movies were. Oh, Kayla, I would love that. Thank you. I want to watch a movie with you, Kayla. That would be so much fun. We can have some popcorn and watch a movie together. And yeah, we get locked out of everything. Yep, we can't access certain movies because we're in Canada. Yeah, I like the Hallmark Christmas movies. Oh, that sounds like a plan, Kayla. I am so excited. It really does suck for us because, like, we pay for everything and yet we still don't get half of what the Americans get. And we pay for it. Like, it's ridiculous here. Like, every channel you have to pay for here. If you want, like when we sign up for our cable, they have packages where they package certain channels together into groups that generally people like. So they'll put all the sports channels together. But most of, like, we get one sports channel here if we don't pay for the other sports channels. It's insane how much we pay for. Like, when we sign up for cable, we sign up for Wi-Fi, but our Wi-Fi, I don't know how they do it, but they can keep us from going and doing certain things or from seeing things. Every cable channel you want, you have to pay for. And HBO was not available here until, I don't know how long it's been now, 8 years maybe. But it was a huge deal when we first got HBO. It was like, oh my God, because we'd never seen anything like that here. Like Super Channel, that was an American channel that you had to pay out your nose for. I remember that was so expensive to pay for Super Channel. And all it was the good movies that they wouldn't show here. And it was too much. Yeah, the Hallmark and Lifetime. Oh, I'm so glad you guys. I don't think I know what Christmas shoes is, and that's not to say I haven't seen it. I may have. I'm not very good with names of things. I tend to forget. I have a very bad memory. I try very hard and I get super frustrated sometimes. So I apologize if that happens. It's just when you start losing your memory, it's difficult because suddenly you're always wrong. Because it doesn't matter what you remember, you're wrong. And because, you can't conductively oh my goodness, you can't sit there and say, I know 100% for sure. I remember this. You can't say that. Then everybody tells you you're wrong and that you remember it wrong or you don't remember it at all. And you become the person who is wrong because it's just easy. And yeah. Ooh, Rob Lowe. $45 a month for 250 megabytes of high-speed unlimited Wi-Fi and $45 a month for basic cable. Or you can upgrade Nick Jr. for the baby. My MTV, you would pay $130 roughly for Wi-Fi with cable. Yes, we pay a lot more for a lot less. Well, that's on my list now. Christmas shoes. I don't actually have my Kayla, you'll have to remind me because I don't have an actual writing book with me. Normally I do. But yeah, Christmas shoes. Okay, I definitely want to see that. But yeah, like even when we got HBO here, there was like mild HBO, like Canadian HBO, and then there was American HBO. And everything is shown on American. Like you guys, nothing is censored, it seems like. I mean, that's how I kind of always felt. It's like we were censored so badly here and nothing in the States was censored. I just always felt that way. But Yeah, every year, our Elf, and of course Elf, everybody watches Elf at Christmas. I try to watch Die Hard. I honestly, it's a Christmas movie. I believe that. It's a good movie though, regardless of when you watch it. And so we watch Rudolph and we watch Elf. Those are the two, like the not the animated Rudolph, but like the old one where Old Man Winter's telling you the story. And the abominable snowman is there, and the elf that wants to be the dentist, he's like so cool. He is so cool. Love that elf. That elf is the coolest elf in the whole elf place. Way cool. And Buddy, I know Buddy from Elf would be friends with the little dentist elf. I can't remember his name right now. Oh my. And I try to watch Frosty the Snowman too. But I remember when I was little, we used to have this record player, and every year at Christmas, when my parents were home and whatever, my sister and I would pull out this not Disney, but Bert and Ernie Sesame Street record, and we would put the record on, and it would tell like the night before Christmas, but it was Bert and Ernie telling the night before Christmas. And oh, it was so funny, and they'd interrupt each other, and we could kind of follow along. Like at the front, you could open up the record thing, so we'd sit on the chair together, and one side would cover her and one side would cover me, and we had the best time. Sorry. But it was so awesome to sit there with our record player every year and watch it or listen to it. The Grinch, oh god, yes, that's the one too. We gotta watch The Grinch, right? We love The Grinch. And Charlie Brown's Christmas, absolutely. I love them all. Oh, that is so cool. I'm really sorry about that. My sister is dying and isn't expected to make it till next Christmas. So it kind of just hit me all of a sudden, and I apologize. I don't know where that came from, but it just hit me all of a sudden when I was talking about our Christmas morning or our Christmas thing. So I'm sorry, and thank you. I am fine. It's okay. Just so you know, I'm not, completely crazy. But I don't know where that came from. I do apologize. That was not meant to be out. I mean, I don't care that people know, but I didn't mean to, do that either. I haven't actually, I mean, I know about it, but to be honest, I haven't actually dealt with it yet. So, sometimes it just hits me when I'm least expecting it because I don't know how to deal with it. So I put it in a little box in my head, and, someday it'll be okay. Well, this is not okay. I mean, my stream is supposed to be fun and upbeat and positive, not me crying over something I cannot change. So This is stupid. I'm sorry. Okay, I can do this. Anyway, so yeah, I love Christmas movies, and Christmas is so important. This is why I don't know if you guys have been in here, but my sister Patty, she's my older sister. It's my younger sister who has cancer. But Patty, if you guys have heard about Christmas in Ontario, about my family, and I'm not sure if I wanted to go, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, it's a last minute get together for everybody to see Aaron. Which we're not going to. We cannot afford it at all. It's not going to happen. And Aaron and I both live in Alberta. And we live like 3.5 hours away, so, you know, that's okay. If, you know, if she wants to talk to me or see me, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'll drive to see her and whatnot, but I can't go to Ontario, you know. So, yeah. So that's what that was all about. So, hey, Joey. Corn pie. Thanks, Mia. No. I'm not, like, apologizing for having human emotion. I should have maybe dealt with it a bit better. Sorry, it's still relatively new. It's only a couple months, 3 months old, so yeah.
You have to get that song for him. God, that would be so
How are you
awesome.
tonight, Joey?
Opening his gift.
Come here, I'll hit you! I'll stab your eyes out with a hanger. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, you guys?
Sorry, my dad's getting me mad about peaches. I'll explain it later.
I have so many great ideas.
No, you don't. You have a lot of horrible.
A colored pencil, a water brush, a fine liner. I remember this game, Kim.
Okay, that was really no big deal.
Which one? Was it a colored pencil or a fine liner or a water brush? Which one? You guys are awesome. All of you. Every one of you. Thank you.
I got my uniform.
Kyrie got her uniform tonight. Can I see it?
I mean, sure.
Oh my god, Kyrie got her uniform tonight. A pencil. Okay. I just want to make sure because I'm trying to remember all of them so that, you know, you don't try and redo one on me here. So that wouldn't be fair at all. Seriously? You guys are so awesome. It's your birthday, Joey? Well, we can't get peaches here at this time of year, but they were apparently throwing peaches or something at band, and now I want a peach, and now Darren's playing picking peaches. A lot of peaches by the United States of America. Is it your birthday, Joey? I don't know. I love peaches. love them. Like canned peaches are, we don't get like a huge amount of fresh peaches here. They're expensive. But when I was in BC at my dad's this summer, when I was there, oh my God, I was so happy because it was like just fresh fruit all the time. Like we'd be driving along, go like, oh, there's a fruit stand. I feel like a peach. Let's stop. And oh, it's awesome. Yay! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joey. Happy birthday to you. I am a really crappy singer, but there you go, Joey. Happy birthday, puppy. Peaches? You have peaches there everywhere, Kayla? Or fruit stands? Or birthdays or puppies? That's okay. You don't need an exact day. You should make birthday weeks happen. That's really annoying. Okay. I don't know if Kyrie's putting on her uniform or if she's just bringing it in to show me. But if she puts it on, I'm going to grab the camera and I'm going to try and let you guys see, okay? I'll have to see if I can get it to work. But we'll try. A month? I want to be your puppy, Mia. I want a birthday month. Oh my God. Hold on, you guys. Just one sec. Oh my God.
What are you doing?
Look at my daughter, you guys.
Uniform. Oh,
Look at my kid.
Why is it still showing your book? Oh, there
It's laggy.
what is?
lift up.
That's cool.
This is my daughter in her uniform for Stetsons. She just got it tonight. Oh my God.
The legs are long, but like it's fun.
Oh, they all love you. They're just seeing it.
Fancy.
They're just seeing it. You have to understand that.
I understand that. I know how live streaming works.
I'm late. I'm very, very laggy, but that's my kid.
Wow, so beautiful.
Oh my God, she looks so good. I haven't seen her. This is the first time I've seen her in her uniform too, so you guys get to see her at the same time I do. Oh, that is so exciting. That looks so good, honey.
We do have buttons on it. We don't have buttons.
Oh, okay.
We just have very padded shoulders.
Yeah, because they want them to stick out and come down. God, you look good, Kyrie. Sorry, you guys. It's the first time I haven't seen her. I'm just so excited. Those are long.
You can adjust them.
Do they have the snaps in them?
Yeah.
Okay. That looks, oh my God, you look so brilliant. Is it comfortable?
Mhm.
Yeah, good. Wait, do you have no gauntlets yet?
No.
And your gauntlets are gold and white or black and white?
Black and gold.
Mhm. That is amazing. There's a couple threads, but beyond that, you look so good. I've never really paid attention because they were never our uniforms. So this is like a huge surprise for me.
Yeah, the small gauntlets were too small for me, so they had to order new small gauntlets because they weren't worn in yet.
Oh.
So I'm tiny.
Yeah, when Kyrie went to try on her uniform, they have gauntlets with them, and her wrists are so tiny that the smalls didn't fit, and they had to order her in like new gauntlets. So she doesn't have her gauntlets yet, but beyond that, she's doing it. Sorry, I gotta read back on chat here. I'm sorry. Apple. You have strawberries and raspberries and apple trees in your yard? My dad has, I think, some grapes and some lemons. I think he's trying to grow some apples and stuff too. He's like trying to grow it all. I don't know. Fruit stands. Oh, you guys have lots of those around. So do you get fresh fruit a lot, Kayla? Like, or like it's getting colder there too, isn't it? So I guess the fresh fruit is kind of not being fresh anymore. We're in the northern hemisphere. Come on, Dusty, be smart. So, oh, I'm so glad you loved it, Joey. My singing sucks, and I totally know that, but that's all I got. So, aw.
Yeah, you have to totally send a note for that song afterwards.
Your tombos are stuck in customs? Oh, that sucks. So you guys remember how I ordered that happy planner? It still isn't here. It's been 2 weeks now. 2 weeks.
You can just share it directly to me from
I tried.
A toasted white mocha. Oh. Oh. Yeah, okay, so I called them, right? I was so upset last week when I didn't get them. I called them. So I ordered them on the 7th. On the 8th, so I ordered 5 items, right? So on the 8th, my order was shipped. Last Friday, 2 Fridays ago, sorry. My order was shipped. And it ended up that it got to the processing center in Bell Gardens, California, and nothing since. I made sure to sign up for the USPS update so that I would know when it was coming. Everything. But there's no information from Bell Garden. Like the USPS should have picked it up and put a sticker on it of Bell Gardens, and it should have gotten like, at least it would have said, if it was in customs, it would have said in customs or at the border or something. But it hasn't moved. There has been no information on it since the 8th. Sorry, the 11th was the day that they did the whole Bell Gardens thing. So I haven't had any information for it. And so I called them last week and they're like, oh, well, if you don't get it by next week, because they automatically have to say that it could take 2 to 4 weeks because I live in Canada. And I'm like, first of all, I said, yes, I understand I'm international. I really do. But I mean, I live a 30-hour drive, really, to be fair. I live maybe 30 hours. I don't even know how long it takes to get there, but not that long. And there's no information. Again, it hasn't gone anywhere. It hasn't showed up at customs. It hasn't gone anywhere in the States. Like, it is nowhere. So I finally called them back today. And they said that if there is still no movement of this package by Friday, that I can call back a third time and they will reship my product. So my happy planner and my, the extra add-ons, all 5 pieces, right? So, which is fine. And I'm not per se mad at the customer service people, but like, it's not their fault. And thank God I'm, decent enough to understand that, because I really want to yell. But it's not their fault. So I can't, as angry as I am, I just can't get mad at them. And I'm saying please and thank you and I'm sorry and apologizing for calling. And they're saying, oh, it's okay, we understand. And yet they really aren't doing anything for me. And then they're like, well, we can, if it isn't out Friday, we can resend the order, or you could take a refund if that's what you want. But she made it sound like that's what they wanted. They would prefer to give me a refund than to have me finish or continue my order with them. And I'm like, you know what? I paid $30 to ship it here. Like, I want to know that at least it's moving. If I understood it was at customs or, anything like that, I would be fine about it because it's left their hands. They have nothing to do with it after that. I'd still expect them to honor the product, but I wouldn't be angry at them. But now I have to call back a third time because because I'm from Canada and I'm international. And yet if somebody who lived I'm only 3.5 hours away from the border. So, if anybody who live near the border, it's ridiculous. And I'm upset about it because I paid extra shipping. Yeah. So anyway. Oh. Right, Mia? We're not far away. Yeah, Kaylee, get it taken care of before it's not on warranty anymore. Yeah. Although, oh, sorry. Yes, Kyrie.
This is for asking. Alistair's dad said that we should just go to meet at Eau Claire and go over to Princess Island Park to practice.
Okay, I'm really, really, really sorry. Can you guys give me a sec here? I just have to figure something out. I agree. And to be fair, I will pick up as many kids as I can, but I was going to drop you guys off where we park and let you guys walk through Princess Island to get to, because Eau Claire is just on the other side of Princess Island. So that's where I want to drop you guys off, is on Memorial and 4th. Or not Memorial and 4th.
Just drop me off at Eau Claire. And then we'll all meet at Eau Claire. And then go to Princess Island.
Which would be easier for me.
Okay. So we can do that.
Because there's a parking lot right on if you guys are going to Princess Island, you know how we go to Princess Island? Mm-hmm. And we walk across the bridge, and then you go and you walk across the bridge and you're at Eau Claire, right? Mm-hmm. So if I drop you off on the one side of the bridge, you guys can meet in Princess Island and go to Eau Claire. And I will pick up as many kids as need picking up to do it. But that's where I personally would be the best place to drop you off. Because then you guys have a time to get out of the car and we're not holding up traffic in the middle of downtown. And Kyrie, I work at bingo tomorrow. So I won't be here until Dad and I get home. Okay? If it absolutely doesn't work to drop you off at the park,
it's working.
Because to me, it makes more sense than to drop you off at Eau Claire, have you have to go across there to Princess Island, go back to Eau Claire. put you guys in one spot where you all know where you are and just walk across the bridge. Sorry, you guys. I hope you have been keeping yourself company. I apologize. Kyrie and her group at school, or not at school, her group with band, they're busking tomorrow, not tomorrow, Friday, and next Friday. They're busking. So I have to drive her, and I offered to drive her friends. But I only have enough room to drive like five of us, including me. So 4 kids. So 3, including Kyrie. And I think there's 6 of them altogether. And so we're trying to figure out where to drop them off. And then they're like, well, let's stop here and practice. And it's like, that's really far from where you're actually busking. And yeah, it's, oh, thank God, Kayla. I'm so glad you took some. I'm really sorry. Again, you know what I'm sorry for, sweetie. I love you, Kayla, and I will talk to you tomorrow, okay, sweetie? I'll call you as soon as I wake up. Or no, wait, I work a bingo tomorrow. Crap. I was just telling Kyrie that. So I won't be able to talk to you. I'll be able to text you maybe a little bit throughout the day. We'll have to see how busy it is. But if not, I will be home about 5:30 my time. So yeah, 5:30 my time. So 7:30 your time. So if you stream, Kayla, I'll be home just in time for you to stream if you want, and I can be there. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Sorry. I'm trying to, condense everything that I know about the upcoming next couple days into my head, and I'm getting confused. White mocha. They have white mochas here. Toasted. What's a toasted white mocha? I don't drink from Starbucks. I took Kirsten and Kyrie. I had to go do some shopping, and I told them that if they were really, really good, that I would give them a treat, like a surprise. And of course, they were good. They're always good. And so we were at Safeway, so we stopped at Starbucks because there's Starbucks in our Safeways. So I haven't ordered anything from Starbucks in probably a year and a half. I do not drink Starbucks. It's not somewhere I go. I just don't ever think about it. But when I go there, I get caramel apple cider because I don't like... Well, I do like coffee, but I'm really particular about how it's made and what I drink in it. And I like tea, but they never make tea properly at like Starbucks or Timmy's or stuff like that. So, not regular tea anyway. So I told them I'd give them this treat. And so we stopped at Starbucks, and Darren, my husband, he doesn't like Starbucks either. And I wanted to buy something for him. So I found a Rice Krispie square, and then the girls each got a drink, and Kyrie got this like caramel something frappe latte Lena thing. I don't know, have a clue what it was, but I just got caramel apple cider, and that's it, and I'm happy with that. And I mean, really, it's just steamed apple juice with caramel. That's all it is. That's all it is. And so I cannot justify generally paying for these because, I can put I can take my microwave and heat up my apple juice or put it on the stove if I want. So that's, not a huge deal. So they get these things, and Kirsten, like, and I get them like the biggest ones, right? So they have these things that are just full of all this shit. Sorry, crap. And it's like, oh my God, like there's so much crap. And Kyrie ended up not liking hers because she doesn't really enjoy coffee very much. And they ended up putting, like there was a bit of coffee in it, and it was still a little too bitter for her. Like the sweet just didn't cut it. And so I had my caramel apple cider, which I always get a big one. And I'm very quite content with that. And then she's like, Mom, I don't like it. Can you drink it? And I'm like, oh my God. So I think I drank like, I don't know, maybe a third of it. And that I was done. I'm like, yeah, no, I cannot drink any more of this. Like, I don't have teeth. I have dentures, but it hurt my teeth. It was so sweet. So, yeah, I ended up drinking a bit of that, and then Kirsten drank hers, and Darren got his Rice Krispie square, which he turned out to be really gross, I guess. When he like ate it later, but the cake pops were good, and Kyrie enjoyed the whipped cream because I don't eat whipped cream at all. So, yeah, it costs a lot of money to buy stuff there. I like Timmy's personally, like, because I don't like coffee when we're out. I'm very particular about my coffee, so generally I don't like it unless it's like done a certain way. And I apologize for the sniffling. It's like really cold, and then I started crying, and yeah, I haven't taken my medication yet either, so I've got the sniffles. And the crying thing did not help at all. But yeah, like, so we go to Timmy's, and I drink tea from Timmy's. I mean, it's a extra large, Earl Grey with 1 milk and 3 sugars. And then Timmy's came out with the tea lattes. And oh my God, I am in love with these things. It's like just steamed milk and tea, but I normally I get the same size, and I get like an apple fog is what they call them. So it's just like apple tea with steamed milk. And normally I do have to have sugar in my tea, but with the steamed milk, I don't have to have any sugar. I just get it like as it is. And there's like no sugar. It's literally 2 tea bags, water, and steamed milk. And it is the most comforting thing when I am not feeling well. That helps calm my stomach. If I'm stressed out, they help me calm down. Like, they just make me feel better. And so I'm very convinced that I need a steamer, like a milk steamer, for Christmas. So that way I can make my tea lattes. And I don't know why, because I don't normally drink milk at all. I'm not a milk drinker. But I don't know what it is about warming up and steaming the milk, what they do, but it gives it this sweet quality, and it also gives it, and I know that in my head, I know that when you heat up milk, it creates different enzymes that help different things in your body, and that taste sweeter than milk out of a fridge, cold milk. So I know that it does that chemically, but to taste it is absolute, oh my God, they're like so good. And I tried the gingerbread one the other day, and the gingerbread one, I found out after I ordered it, they don't have like a tea bag with like gingerbread in it, which is kind of what I thought, is that I'd get a tea bag with, the things that make up gingerbread, the spices, that kind of thing in it. Instead, they use chai tea with a gingerbread shot. Now, the problem with that is is, to me, chai tea tastes and smells kind of like the soap my mom used to try to give me when we were younger. And my mom, that's what she thought you were supposed to do. And she tried it like twice. And both times I got so sick all over her. And so she never tried it with my sister ever, because she didn't want to get thrown up on. My apologies. So yes, I can't take my meds yet. I will soon. They're downstairs and I haven't even counted them out for the night yet, to be honest. Oops, not a big deal. Won't take long, but yeah, they are downstairs. So can't quite do that yet. And okay, I keep forgetting about my bingo tomorrow. So I have to work a bingo tomorrow. Oh my goodness. I keep forgetting. I'm not prepared for that. Not right now. Although last time I worked a bingo, they had the cash, like the machine that counts the cash, was broken. And when you're a chairperson at the bingo, every single penny goes through your fingers and you have to count it, including the debit float and everything else. And literally thousands of dollars, like tens of thousands of dollars running through your fingers. And you have to touch it. Every single piece of paper you have to touch. And last time the machine was broken, so I had to count everyone by hand. Every piece of paper. So I'm really hoping that machine is fixed, because I'm not the quickest counter. Like I can count and I do it well, but I can't flip through the money that quickly. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I'm not the fastest money counter, but I enjoy it. And I think I checked the list, because I have the list of everybody who's working. Because last time when I was there, so if people don't show up for their shifts, what happens is the bingo hall, if we don't have 11 people there or 13 people, however many people we need for that particular shift, we get demerits, which means we lose money. And it means that, if we get a certain amount of demerits or certain things happen, when it goes to doling out next year's bingos, we end up in a situation where we could lose bingos. And there's so many kids that are in Stetsons, we can't afford to lose any bingos. So, so when you sign up for a bingo, when you sign up for Stetsons, you have to sign over 8 $250 checks to them. And if you don't sign up, or if you don't show up for a bingo, you get a check cashed. That is what they hold over your head to force you to do these bingos, because there are a lot of people who would just, brush them off or whatever. So they make you responsible for them. So there is a list of people who will work for you if you pay them. And you can't pay them through Crub or through Stetsons or anything, because Stetsons can't technically know about that. But basically the going rate for a bingo is about $75 for 1 credit. And so 1 bingo gives you 1 credit towards your kids, whatever. So we have to do 8 credits this year. So I have to do 6 bingos, and then I'm working a casino, and a casino shift gives you 2 credits. So there's my 8 credits. And then, so if people don't want to work their bingos, they can pay somebody, if they can find somebody to work their bingos, or you can just not show up, but then you're still responsible for the bingo and you get a $250 check cashed. So you lose everything if you don't show up. And I've had people be late to the point I was worried and whatnot. And there's always a wait list. And sometimes it's hard to get people on the wait list, because if you're on the wait list, you are required to be prepared for that bingo. So if somebody calls and says, can you come work the bingo, you can't say no, because you signed up for that position, right? So I hit one person hadn't. There was a couple, this mom and daughter group that worked together, and people knew who they were. So it wasn't, a secret, nothing like that. People knew, and they neither one of them showed up for their shift or called or anything, which means 2 demerits on a bingo that I worked and I was the chairperson of. So I'm calling Chris, the guy who runs the bingos for Stetson's. I'm calling him going, what do I do? Then I'm trying to call the wait list. So we had 3 people on the wait list. One person was already working from the wait list. So I had 2 more people. So I contacted one of them. They were coming in right away. And then the other one I couldn't get a hold of. So I'm like, well, we're still short like 1 person, right? And they left the number that they left. So I finally get a hold of Chris, and he checks out, the people who are supposed to be there. He checks out their information, and all the numbers that Chris has for them have been disconnected. And so basically these people just fucking disappeared. Flippin' disappeared. And didn't tell anybody that they were not going to be there, or that you couldn't get a hold of them anyway. And even their emails weren't working. We were being misdirected. So finally Chris found somebody else who wasn't on our wait list to come in and work, or else we would have been stuck with that 1 demerit. And demerits really end up hurting the whole organization, which is why they have to, force people to work and make sure that they're there if they sign up for a shift, because people are so bloody irresponsible as to leave a whole organization hanging on their bingo. And yeah, what do? You can't do anything, obviously. I get that. But, I was so stressed out last time. And I really only work, so tomorrow's my last actual bingo for the year, unless I'm on the list to work for bingos, you can pay me $75 and I'll work a bingo for you type deal. I'm on the list to do that. So unless I have other bingos, tomorrow's actually my last bingo for the year, because the casino is January 1st and 2nd. And this is number 6, because I worked, they needed people to work bingos in the summer. They didn't have anybody. And so they offered people who were moving up into Stetson's from Roundup, they offered them the spots. And yeah, so I end up getting tomorrow's my last one for the year. I'm so excited. That makes me so happy, because last year I wanted to wait to do some in the summer, and at the last minute I got threatened with checks being cashed and whatnot, and it pissed me right off. But yeah, I just realized I'm okay, and this is it. I'm gonna have to definitely find more to work though, because I really enjoy them, and they're the only thing that I do that gets me out of the house. There is nothing else that gets me out of our home. So, yeah. I mean, maybe driving Kyrie to and from Bound. That gets me out of the house. Does that count? Night, my love. So, yeah. But on that note, I really do appreciate all of you sticking around. But Darren's going to bed, so I have to go, because I got to count my pills and stuff. And I am so, yeah, milk frother. Same thing, milk steamer. Yeah, that's what I want, is one of those. And a Kleenex. But yeah, I was going to stay longer, but Darren's kind of dictated that now is bedtime. Not that he's a dictator. He's not. I didn't mean to say it that way, but you guys know what I mean. And I do have to get up and work that bingo tomorrow, so yeah. But I think Kayla is streaming tomorrow night, and I will be there for sure. So thank you all for being here. I apologize for crying. That was totally unexpected. And thanks for cheering me up and making me laugh. You guys are a great group of people, and I'm very lucky to have you in my stream. I love you guys. Good night.